Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm glad you were able to download this video. So we're going to be talking for your homework a little bit about how to calculate the speed of an object, which you already should have a little bit of an idea about since that was your homework on Friday. This was our warm-up that we're taking a look at right now. And one of the things that I want you to just review is how we know that the girl's speed was faster than the boy's speed on the bike. Well, the reason why we know that the girl's speed was faster was because she covered more distance in the same amount of time. They both rode their bikes for 2 seconds, but she went 8 meters in 2 seconds and he only went 4 meters in 2 seconds. The reason why I bring this up is because we know that objects can have different speeds, right? I mean, a race car is going to go way faster than a bicycle. Well, that's because it can cover more distance in probably the same amount of time. The speed of an object is determined by how far it can go in a given amount of time. So look at your notes on OP 42. Here's the first part of notes that you need to take for slide number 1 on OP 42. The good thing about this is that you can pause and take notes and take as long as you need to in order to get what you need. Well, like I said before, the speed of an object is determined by how far it can go in a given amount of time. Speed includes an object's distance and an object's time. So distance means like how far did the object go, and time is how long did it take it to get there. I mean, you hear about people talking about speed all the time, like that car went 60 miles, that's the distance, per hour, that's the time that it took the car to go. 60 miles in 1 hour. Some other examples of distance would be units like kilometers, meters, centimeters, miles, or inches. Some examples of times would be minutes, seconds, hours. For slide number 2, here's an example of a situation. This is a true story. Robin is my best friend. Robin drove her car to Fresno. Without kids in the car, it only took her 3 hours to drive the 300 miles. But when she had kids, she had to stop a lot, so it took her 4 hours to get here. One of the difficult things about identifying distance and time is just looking at these numbers, and so I want to practice what we're going to do with problems like this one. Whenever you see a number that is a time, represented by something like 3 hours. 3 hours is a time. We're going to circle it, and I'm sorry that my circle is not very good because I'm using my mouse. The reason why we circle a time number is because clocks are round. So that's our clue. Clocks are round, so we circle the time. If we ever see a number that's attached to a distance, like 300 miles, we're going to underline it because we measure distance with rulers, and rulers are straight. Back to our problem, but when she had the kids, she had to stop a lot, so it took her 4 hours to get there. Again, 4 hours is a time. Clocks are round, so we're going to circle 4 hours because 4 hours is the time. When you're finished with those notes, you have a few problems where you're going to be circling the time, underlining any distance, any number that is a distance, and since speed includes both distance and time, we're going to circle and underline. I'll walk you through the first few. Lance Armstrong rode his bike in Spain for 24 hours without stopping. I see a number. 24 hours is a time, so we circle it. In that time, he went 400 miles and won the race. 400 miles is a distance. Rulers are straight, so we underline. Number 2, the race car driver drove at a speed of 120 miles per hour. I see a number, and here's a clue. They told me the speed. Here's another clue. I see a distance and a time. This must mean that it's a speed, so I circle the speed and I underline the speed because it's both time and distance. The race car driver drove at a speed of 120 miles per hour as he was driving around the half-mile track. Mile is a distance, we underline. Last one I'm going to help you with, number 3. A snail decided to go from the flower bed to the window. He was so slow that it took him 2 days. 2 days is actually a time, so we circle it. To travel 3 meters. 3 meters is a distance, we underline. So you're on your own for the rest, and when you get to IP42, you're going to start calculating the speeds of some different numbers that I gave you. Have fun doing your homework. See you tomorrow.